did one delivery job, and I'm just waiting for another one to show up. Ever feel things are just kind of off kilter? Well, yeah, that could be one of these days. Just get in the gym and lift. I want in, Daddy. Well, sorry, Banks. You've been inside for the whole weekend. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, everybody. It's just about 9 a.m. and I'm back to the farm here and bunny out here. Bunny, or is it a squirrel? No, it looks like a bunny. Let's see how close I can get before it RUNNOFTs. Or is it? It looks a little brown to be a bunny. So let's get a little closer. Or is it just weeds? It might just be leaves. Ah, too fun. No, it's a squirrel. That's what it is. Where'd you go? Squirrel! So I don't get them out here very often. Probably ran from across the road. I don't want to move any closer to it because I hear a car coming. And I was wondering when it would be that they would come out. Because I do have acorns dropping from the oak trees now. Seems to be kind of comfortable being this close. I see you, little guy. Yeah, he's just sitting there chowing down. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak trees now on the property. And they're old enough where they're starting to drop lots of acorns. And here is the result. Squirrel! Seems to be pretty calm. So he's probably from across the street and is used to people. So anyway, enough of him. Let's go take a walk through the garden. So I thought he was a little brown for that. Nice cool morning, like in the 50s. Love it. Went out and did 2 deliveries, got them knocked out. And I figured I'd come here and get my shake and knock out a couple chores in the house. But first, let's take a walk out to the garden, see how everything's doing. I'll probably grab some more lettuce. Not right now, but the next time out. But I probably will grab some tomatoes. So I think we're going to be ready for another BLT day. So you can see where I rototilled all this up. So the soil's nice and loose. Getting ready to harvest and cook some squash. Got some huge zucchinis. Smaller tomatoes are kind of done, but it looks like, see, these guys will ripen up nice in the house. There we go. So I'll grab them and bring them in, and they'll turn nice and red when I get them in. So plan will be is I will yank the plants when they're done. I'll pull the bricks out. I will transplant some of these into the house and dump the soil back into the ground. Looks like I got a bunch of jalapenos I can drop off at the Mexican restaurant, Lamex. So, just a gorgeous day to wander around the farm. Try to get some things done. I see some repairs I need to do. probably need to get my boy to help me with too. That's the only thing about having a house. Work never stops. So anyway, might do this as a premiere, might do it as a separate uploads. We'll see what goes on, see how active of a day I have. So everybody, remember, just get outdoors and enjoy the fresh air. Alrighty, good morning. Time for a little shake of the day. So, yep, everything's there. Start every morning with a couple deliveries, which helped. And then usually I find out between 9 and 11, 9 and 11:30. Not much is happening with that. So I come home, try to get some things done. Try to get some chores done. Incredible edible egg. It's funny, it's amazing what the left will get upset about or try to ridicule. A candidate said something about his kids eat like 14 eggs a day. And they're like, that's ridiculous, and no one can do that. And yeah, I can do that, and I'm just one adult. And, as most parents, sometimes we exaggerate a little bit what we say our kids, especially our boys, eat. It's like, people, get a life. I swear. Probably half the problem in the country is people just decide to get upset about things that you really don't matter. But anyway, I actually made one of these last night. I don't like the way that one looked. Sometimes you gotta make a judgment call on these eggs. And that one I made a judgment call on. And I made me a shake last night with about 3 eggs. Just have some protein before I went to bed. And I think that's really helping me with my gains also. So no banana today. So basically what you can do sometimes is add, besides my secret flavor sausage here, a recipe, is peanut butter. Sometimes just throwing a big chunk of peanut butter in there is going to get you a little bit more protein and then get you some necessary fats. Necessary fats? Yeah. But won't that make you fat? No. Sugar makes you fat. Inactivity makes you fat. Eating processed food makes you fat. Alright? Your body does need fat. So I am ready. So get me a glass. Also, this is when I take my vitamins. I usually a multivitamin just to start the day. I also take collagen, omega-3s, moringa for breathing, and vitamin C, D, and zinc for immune health. There you are, omega-3s. But the collagen and omega-3s are good for joint health. A lot of other things that are also very beneficial, which I will take throughout the day. Some I take every day, and some I take every other day or every third day, and some I'm only taking once a week. Things that I know that I get a lot from my diet, I won't take as often. So I might load this up with a Premiere again. I kind of went pretty cool yesterday. I did have a kind of a mishap at the furnace that did pull me away from the chat every now and then, but I still get to spend a lot of time in there. So this is my pre-breakfast, kind of get the calories in there, kind of get the protein in there for your muscles to develop. I'll get some things done around the house and probably head out to the gym. Which I'm thinking about an arms and shoulders day. Oh, that's so good. So, you know, between the eggs I put in there, the peanut butter and the milk, well over 50 grams of protein, which is about the max that you want to do. Come on. Nice thing about the eggs got all 20 amino acids that your body needs. The milk has a good amount of them too. You know, people say, well, I get my protein through vegetables. Well, yes and no. You're not getting 20 amino acids. You're getting maybe 5 to 7 amino acids from vegetables. So then if you're a vegetarian and you find yourself having a lot of headaches, you may want to find some sort of whey protein drink or whatever to add to your diet, because your brain needs 90 grams of protein a day to perform. And a headache is a sure sign that you're not getting it, that you've fallen short. I know I did that with one of the subscribers. Her husband was complaining about that. He had some sort of protein shake source and his headaches went away. So, hope to see you guys this evening on my premiere, and we'll talk about some things during that also.
We the people tired of the bullshit, about to pull a 1776 in this bitch, yeah. So we the people tired of the bullshit, about to pull a 1776 in this bitch, yeah. 1776, what we up against? 1776, fuck the government. 1776, what we up against? 1776, fuck the government, yeah. Take a look around you, we the people waking up, because we tired of the bullshit, safe to say we've had enough. Stop the government telling us it ain't.
Alrighty. So I should have volume because it popped up and said it's connected. I'm going to knock some shoulders out here. There we go. Oh. There we go. And kind of just getting some round robin going on. Like I said, I started out this morning, got 2 small jobs, which helps. It helps pay the rent and other things. And then went home and made another shake. I even had a shake last night before I went to bed. Tried to up the protein intake, which will help drive my gains. Hitting 370 yesterday. Felt really good about that. Either Wednesday or Thursday, I'll be going back at it again. We'll just see it. You know, hey, if I got somebody to work out with me, absolutely. You know, if not, maybe do something different. Have my little walk to the garden, which I'll have that part of the premiere too. That'll actually start things up. Instagram has, according to Reddit, I had to go to Reddit to find out, has ended their bonuses for the time being. They didn't tell anybody. I mean, I qualify for them. They just don't have one. So I'll have to see what's going on there. So I'm concentrating in other directions. I'm starting to post more on TikTok and Rumble. So I'm going to throw a lot of my videos there and try to develop those channels. And Rumble supposedly will pay you from day one, but I mean, it's not a lot of money. 77 cents so far for the month of September. Of course, I got to wait until I get a bigger following. So there's that. It's kind of confusing. I think that's why I kind of stayed away from it last time. It's not the formatting on it's a little haphazard. TikTok, I don't have the followers yet, but I'll start posting that stuff up there and see if I can. I think I need to get to 10,000. I'm at 2,000. But anything that's going to go on Instagram is because I probably posted it on Facebook. Because if I'm not going to get paid for the views, why worry about it? Doesn't seem to make sense. So basically, until they come back and decide to kick their bonus program back up, hopefully they will. I don't know if they will. I knew it was temporary at best. Basically, anything that social media gives you is temporary at best. They're always making adjustments. I understand their businesses, but the payout versus the time I put into it, it's not there. I had to put it to an hourly rate. I'm making like $0.25 an hour, maybe, if that. So I'm doing more and more on the delivery app, but then again, I'm tied to are the jobs available. Like I said, I had one yesterday that paid pretty well, and then I had two today, which didn't pay as well as that one yesterday, but still it was worth coming in. And I figure while I'm here, I get things done. I remember Thursday was busier, Friday was really busy. So I guess it's the time of which time of the week you actually show up. I'm just trying to get ahead on bills and that. I had set up some payments, some big payments, to the bank, and hopefully the last one has went through, so I can at least have a pay period where I can kind of attack some of the smaller stuff. I'm pretty sure this was the last big one. They wanted to set up another one. I'm going, nah, I think we're far enough. So we'll see with that. I'll probably work Sunday for double time. And Saturday we have a thing to go to, which should be a lot of fun. And these are just things that you're kind of planning, kind of trying to see how everything's going on with your life and that. And then the one thing I try to stay consistent with is with the lifting. I like the way it makes me feel. Getting that pump, actually feeling it during the day, knowing that your clothes are tighter for a good reason. And just overall health. Let's just keep ourselves healthy here. I mean, that's what it's all about, is staying healthy. Aha. Got the one I want. There we go. There we go. Now we're ready. Now we're cooking with fire. So I got in here about 10 minutes ago, I've got a good hour that I have available to me. I've stopped the app. I could turn it on for maybe to 1 o'clock, but then it's going to interfere with my workout and potentially give me a job that's going to make it hard to show up on time. Those decisions you need to make. I might turn it on anyway just for shits and giggles. I can always say no. I've been doing a lot of coughing, sneezing, but I'm really feeling the middle of the chest. But I survived it. So that wasn't really a good sign. The idea of this to work at different muscle groups, keep the body going, keep the blood flowing, keep the strength up. Alrighty, so I got the pull downs with the regular implement here. Gives you a little bit more control, a little bit more isolation. Again, it allows you to get that pump going. Gotta get that pump going. So I think the views were a little better yesterday on YouTube. And like I said, it's going to be kind of where I'm going back to my focus now, just because Instagram is not a monetary option at this point of the game, so there's no need to spend the time and effort there. And then if they do make that change, then I will jump back into it. So when you're doing the smaller muscle groups, I don't need to take as long as rest in between periods. Here we go. Good stuff. So then back over to the curls. And the whole idea is just to increase the weights as I go along and do as many reps as I can and get a good pump. And I can tell the difference when I'm, like I was off for a couple weeks. After that accident, I was off quite a while. And getting my strength back, getting my size back, you know, it helps you mentally. It helps your self-esteem. I mean, I don't walk around like this, but, you know, I feel comfortable in the way I look, considering my age. You know, am I going to go into bodybuilding and that? Nope, not. That's just way too much discipline. More than I am willing to do. So, my hat's off to those who do it. But nice thing about powerlifting is I can eat whatever I want. It doesn't really matter. And I can enjoy all the foods I want, things like that. So that's why I prefer doing it that way. I'll probably load this up about the same time, 5 o'clock in the evening. Hopefully I have a furnace to work on. You never know when things are going to break down. But such is life. It's a beautiful day. I think the high is only in like the lower 70s. It'll be like that all week. I think Thursday is the only warm day. Yeah, I still think it's only like 78. So, you know, I took a little about 20-minute nap. I could have napped longer. I realized it was time to get moving. Yeah, if you nap too long, then it messes up your sleep at night. keep pumping it, keep pushing it. You know, keep going at it. Because once you stop, you start losing it. You know, 6 weeks and you can lose considerably amount of your strength. Looks like I got an offer. Let's take a look at it. Alrighty, so hopefully the mic will still work. You have to be careful. A lot of times what will happen is it'll try to connect to my Bluetooth on my car. So what I did is I shut that system off, and that should keep that from happening. I did that before. I had like a 15-minute dissertation that everybody had to sit there and try to lip read. So honestly, I caught another job, and it's going to double what I made earlier today, so it was worth it. You know, it's just that it's a shame I can't just get, you know, like 3 or 4 or 5 of them first thing in the morning and be done with it. That's probably the only bad thing about it. It's pretty much, it's, you know, feast or famine as it was, and there was a little famine going on there for a while. Now I'm going to go feast or do local delivery, so I have time to do it before work. Seen a squirrel in the property today. It was funny because I was talking to my neighbor about it. I think yesterday or the day before when I was getting eggs, telling him that now that my oak trees are dropping acorns, I'm wondering how long will it be before I end up getting a squirrel or squirrels to start coming over. And this morning there was one, and he was pretty tame. You know, let me get pretty close. So I think he's from across the street, and he's used to not being bothered by people. So he was just eating that acorn and just watching me, and I got within 20 feet of him or her and was not concerned, and I figured that was close enough. So the garden's still doing well. I grabbed 2 more tomatoes. So I'm thinking I'll try to get my boy to stop and get some good Hy-Vee bacon on his way home from work because he's out there by Hy-Vee. And then we could have BLTs. Because I got the lettuce and I got the tomatoes. Now I just need the good bacon. I bought that Wright's bacon that you can get at the regular grocery stores, which is a little better than, you know, some of the other bacon, but still it ain't. It's not the butcher bacon. It is not the same, not even close. So I was remember to send him a text out. Otherwise, I'm going to keep lifting, keep working the 2 jobs, keep staying active. You know, it is kind of pulling me away from some other things, but, you know, such is life. You know, I only got 24 hours. I might have to do a midnight walk. You know, that'll be exciting. Go for a walk after work. It's usually I have a conversation with the local constable. What you doing out? Oh, I'm just doing my video. So they're doing the midnight walk. I haven't done one of those for a while. I used to go out back in the woods. You can't do that now because I don't own it. And no, there won't be anybody there, but if he's smart like me, and I think he is, you know, there's always trail cams, you know, to be out there. And I know the other guy had them. That's why he knew I wasn't back there until he told me it was okay to be back there. I mean, I've got cameras at my house. And about time to set the trail cams back up. I had pulled them out to look at stuff, and then I haven't put them back in, so that's on me. Those are probably some projects I can do later at night. You just gotta find places to put them that you don't have something blowing back it all the time. Otherwise, it's going to take a picture every 30 seconds. But like the way the day's going, it's Tuesday already. We have some plans for the weekend, so I'm trying to earn as much extra money as I can for the weekend. And hopefully that'll work out well. It's my 3rd delivery, and so it makes today a pretty decent earning day. And plus I'm getting a $4 bonus for every trip I do. So that's starting to add up. That's starting to help out. So, like I said, when one door shuts, another one opens, as they say. We're saying that the monetizing value of the social media is not what it used to be. But then I did pick up this other job by just having a conversation with somebody at work that I seen at Walmart. And I'm like, well, hey, that sounds like a pretty good idea. So, and it's been working out well. It too can change, just like anything else. But that's just it. You just don't stop. If something causes you to have to change direction, change direction. Just like I had my injury. Well, I took a break, then I come back at it. All right. I know it's going to be a while before I throw the 4 plates up again, but it's going to happen. All right, I can now feel it. I just kind of had to change some things up, make some adjustments. Kind of get recommitted to it. It was too easy to make that time. Well, now I'm just going to start doing high reps at 2 1/4. Getting old. Let me get my walker out. And things like that. That's just not me. Not saying that people who made that decision is a wrong decision, but I think too often we make that decision prematurely. We look at that age number and we make it think something that's not. I remember when I was 18, 30 was old. 30's not old. 30's young. 40's young. 50's getting to middle age. I'm 63. I guess I'm middle aged now. Plan to live a long time. But, the only person going to stop you from hitting your goals and achieving your goals in the long term is yourself. All right. You can have bumps in the road. You can have setbacks. You can have major accidents and incidents. But when it comes down to the end of the day, the only person that's stopping you is going to be you. As long as you keep yourself active, everything will be fine. Here I'm early, but I'm going to get me some work done here. So I'll put this up as a premiere. Won't be as long as the other one was, but remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, hydration, get in the gym and lift, and enjoy life. Thanks for joining in.